All right. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Tradeify Crypto's live stream here with myself, the one and only Ayush, and then we got Boris in the background as well. How are you doing, Ayush?
I'm doing great after the stream.
And I ordered the new in-ear headphones because, like, when I have the speakers on, like, it's weird, there's echo and everything. So I want to have my headphones on, but I feel like this is just. I bought these when I was 15, I believe. So I had them quite some time now. Yeah, they're like Counter-Strike headphones. Had them when the gaming. All right, that's interesting information for everyone to know.
But I think you will have a dent soon in your head if you keep wearing those.
Yeah, look at my hair. It's like it has one of those looks super weird, one of those picks up. Yeah. Man, there's a lot of messages and stuff, and I just got down to the office. I'm just so confused today. What are you guys doing in the comments section? Let me see. I haven't even had the chat open. Who do we have in here today? Let me see who we have in here today. We're gonna do a giveaway today as well. I'm gonna be jumping off in the second hour, so it's gonna be Boris and Ayush. What's up, Boris? Welcome.
Hey, Jonatan. Hey, Ayush. How are you guys doing?
Hello. You're doing great.
I'm doing good today. It's finally getting warmer here in Sweden. We're getting into summer. So it's like 19 degrees here, which is insane. And then Brennan,
warm.
It is pretty warm, yeah. And then Brennan, the producer, not the producer, but the manager of the Tradeify TV, I was supposed to have a meeting with him at 4, and he's like, "Can we cancel it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we can definitely cancel that meeting." Looking at the sun, I'm like, "Yep, yeah, I'm very busy, very busy today."
That's how you're taking breaks, and you have to leave and then come back. You're just going out in the sun.
Right, and look at this. Look at this. Like you can't see the sun, but look at what I have here. Look at what I have here. I got potatoes in my office. Look at that, potatoes.
Wow.
Why do I have them in my office, you ask? Well, because I do. Yeah, potatoes, very good. Potatoes and chicken. That's all you need. That's all you need in life. Guys, today, everyone who writes something in the comment section, you're going straight into the duck race. So you don't have to write that you're a duck. You only have to write something. So if you want to be eligible to win an account today, you write in the comment section whatever you want. Just get into the chat and let's go. We have a question here saying, "Greetings. Last time I asked about averaging a position to DXTrader as opposed to opening multiple positions when you want to scale. Not sure I understand that question, but maybe Boris or Ayush does, so they can help you out."
Okay.
Sorry, what is the question again?
Last time he asked about averaging a position on DXTrade as opposed to opening multiple positions when you want to scale. So like if you are referring to something which we have in futures, like when you want to scale your position, you add and it shifts from your initial entry, I think. This is something which we, I think not a single platform has on DXTrade or in CFD on any crypto platform. So if you want to open second trade, you will have separate stop loss and take profit for the second position.
Yeah, so the difference is between netting mode and hedging mode. So in trading platforms, you have netting mode, which basically netting mode is when you have multiple positions open, and then hedging mode. No, it's the same. Sorry, netting mode is when if you can add to position, and then it will average the entry. But most platform uses hedge mode, where you can enter multiple positions on the same asset. So let me rephrase that, okay? Netting mode is where everything you add to the same asset gets added to the same position. And hedge mode is you can have multiple different positions on the same asset, which means you can go long and short at the same time on one asset. In netting mode, you can't do that because if you go long and then you go short, you close out the entire position.
So I don't know if this answers the person's question, but what I used to do is use the 50, 30, 20 method. So basically, let's say I wanted to buy Bitcoin at a certain level, I would mark out different levels and basically buy 50% of my position at one level, then 30% at a lower level, then the final 20% at an even lower level. And that's how I would average down if I was like looking to, buy a pullback and like use limit orders. So I hope that helps. So it's the rule of threes. So I use 50, 30, 20 method. And that's the same method that I use for my take profit. So I take 50% take profit on my first take profit target, then 30% on take profit 2, and 20% on take profit 3. But that's how I do it. Like, you can do it however you want.
Yeah, there's many different ways to do it. So now we're actually seeing your browser, Boris. Let's switch over to Ayush. So we can check Ayush's screen, and because you never know what's hiding in Boris' browser, you don't want to be there without letting me know first. Let's check Ayush. What are you looking at today?
Oh my
So
God.
yeah, after FOMC,
Look at him. We know, Boris. We know you can't be hiding from us. We know. Now it's on YouTube. Internet never forgets.
Bro, all I have is FedWatch, Dogecoin news, closing out some shorts tabs.
Yeah, I mean, if
Crypto.
people
Nothing
went from a
sketchy
browser,
at
it
all.
would just be the most boring stuff ever. Like, yeah, Trump, and then Trump. People will be just thinking, I
serious.
love Trump. Yeah.
Yeah, people went through my browser, it'd be nothing interesting.
Yeah, it literally was. This is just
just
finance stuff. This is insane. Finance stuff, AI,
You're like,
coding, indicators.
yeah, this guy. Yeah,
This
they
guy's
think I'm
such
like
a
a complete
nerd. Yeah,
This
super
guy
nerd.
sucks, yeah.
Yeah, it's like he just lives in his basement, works from home, has no friends, and he just looks at price
Exactly.
charts all day.
I
Thinks
have-
he's in
I
Web
have zero
3.
friends. I have zero friends. Like, I don't go on dates. I have no wife. I have no girlfriend.
I don't go on
completely
dates
alone.
either. Actually, I have
But I have
kids
a
though.
plan.
Right?
I have my one
I'm-
plan
I've-
that keeps
yeah.
me company.
Yeah, I've been on a few dates though. Yeah,
Oh, I've never been on a date. How
never been on a date.
How is that? No.
So usually what I do, I buy a bottle of nice red wine, a cigar, and then I put on Bloomberg Red especially around once a month or so, around like that 8 o'clock. Powell comes on, pop a bottle of wine, light the cigar up, and then I tell her, check this out. Then Powell comes on, it's like, good afternoon, everybody. And yeah, then it gets wild from there.
That's a great. Wow, I'm gonna use
Lots
that
of volatility.
strategy if I ever meet a girl
Yeah,
who wants to meet a complete nerd like me.
you can
Probably
also share
change-
your duck and pasta recipe with that person. It will go well.
yeah.
Yeah, I hope someone.
Like for good, that's good. You know what I'm doing today? I'm doing a slow cook beef stew. Very good stuff. I got the slow cooker. Just put it on a couple of hours ago, so it's in the kitchen. Just slowly cooking that meat. It'll be nice. I'm interested in duck now though. So I think I should. I'm gonna get some duck ragu. Anyway, let's talk about trading. Maybe you could
Yeah.
let me know
So,
what you're
yeah.
looking at, Ayush.
Yeah, so on chart, we can see that the daily candle yesterday after FOMC did nothing. I think I was expecting that it can go lower till 74,000. Unfortunately, it just tap the swing low, which is a wick, and now we are in between the wicks of previous daily candle, which you guys can see on my chart on the right side. So what bias I have is, if we manage to close above the wick at 76318, we can go higher for longs, and if we go lower, that below the daily support, we can easily take 74,000 today. So on Ethereum, I have same idea, and I think it's the worst pair to trade. I have not taken any single entry from last 2 weeks on Ethereum because it's very slow and in range. And if we look at daily, we have same structure here. We have the previous candle wick, which is acting as support, and on 1 hour we are getting rejection from both sides. So yeah, if we go above, then I think we can go good for, if we're good for longs. If below, we're good for shorts, but not on Ethereum. And let me show you guys Doge. So yeah, yesterday I was in short, and I actually closed it very early. It was somewhere around here, where I got inspired from the Jonathan's 1 second strategy, and I took a short here, and it went really nice. But I closed it at 1:2, but it really went good after the stream. So yeah, so what I can see here is that if we get rejection from the trend, this line again of higher time frame supply zone, I think Doge can easily go towards the daily open. So we can look something like, can take shots from here and put the TP in your daily open. So this is what I'm looking at on Doge. So I'm actually bearish because we have this candle close below. So it's going to act as short-term resistance for us. And yeah, so we can, I think this 8 a.m. candle is going to fill the entire wick of previous 2 candles. So my target will be the daily open. And for Bitcoin and Ethereum, I feel I still need some data. It still needs some movement because we have really low volume and we are in range. So I'm expecting that we will have a daily point of control. So right now it's on weekly. Let me switch it to daily. And yeah, so as I said, we are near the point of control. So we need some sort of direction. We are getting rejection from value area high. So need one side breakout or it can be upside or lower. And same for Ethereum. Let me switch to daily volume profile. And yes, so we are in range. We are just tapping the point of control, not doing anything, rejecting the value area high and also previous value area low. And I think if we somehow manage to go higher, we really have nothing. I think it can be a good bull run on both pairs. So yeah, I'm looking for longs more than shorts. But when I have different biases for both pairs or any altcoin, then what I do is just wait for proper confirmation, because if I have different bias on my, if I have different bias on Doge or, oh, okay. I think, okay, so sorry. So if I have different bias on BTC and I have different bias on Doge, I usually do nothing, because mainly what I say is I'll be in drawdown. So yeah, that's it.
All right. Nice. Roman said in the chat, he said he thought that the 1 second strategy was a joke. I must say that, I mean, it's, and I said it's real and a joke at the same time. It's a real joke. But it's real. I mean, it's just, I wouldn't recommend trading the 1 second unless you've been trading for many years and you understand what you're actually doing and you're understanding, you know, what are you actually watching on the 1 second? Because it's sort of like, you've ever seen that fractal, that you know, the picture of a fractal? What is that? The Mandelbrot, I think. You have a mathematical fractal, and then when you zoom into the picture, you're going to have the exact same picture appearing the more you zoom in. So you can zoom in indefinitely and get the same picture. And that's that's the idea of a fractal. And it's the same thing with price actions. You have a daily candle, you zoom into the 1 hour, and you have 24 1-hour candles, right? And then into that 1 hour, and you have 61 minute candles, and into 1 minute, then you have 61 second candles. It's all the same, right? It's just you need to understand what you're actually doing and why you're seeing the patterns you're seeing, right?
I mean, I think for 1 second that should be allocated to AI. I'm like, why the fuck would you, excuse my language, as a human, trade the 1 second?
I like that.
When we have AI tools.
Finally, someone said it. No, but it's not about trading the 1 minute. It's not about trading the 1 second, right? It's about trading, just trading momentum. It's trading following price as quickly as possible. And it's trading, because, like, for example, you have a consolidation range on the 1 minute, which could just be 4 1 minute candles, right? And 4 1 minute candles with exactly the same closes and opening, that's not telling you anything, right? But then if you actually go into the 1 second, you can see a range, a clear range. And then within that range, you can see, okay, so is the majority of the 1 second candles in the upper range of that range or not? If it's in the upper range, above range GQ, you know that within that 1 minute range, there is actually strength. Buyers are actually outperforming sellers within that minimum that small range. So if that happens on support, you can then say, okay, buyers are more aggressive here. I'm going to be buying, So it's kind of like looking at the agri trade, right?
Suppose.
Yeah, you're not a fan of that.
I mean, agri trade is 5 seconds.
5 seconds. That's
wait.
5
seconds.
Seconds. That's for noobs.
I didn't even know that. I didn't even know it. I've been using this tool for
can we switch over to his
maybe
chart?
5 years. I just realized I can change it to
Oh,
1
not
second.
this one.
Finally.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm saying, man. 1 second is where it's at. Yes, I'm going through a few things here. I'm building this AI scanner, and I'm going to be showing you soon on screen. I can't put it up right now because I need to just populate the database. But I'm going to show you soon what I've been building. So while I do that, please feel free to go through some charts, what you're watching. I think people are really interested in what you're watching, Ayush, and of course Boris as well. But Ayush, you've been on fire lately.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I'm actually in a hype short. Because as I was saying, I've been in a Bitcoin long, so I wanted to add some short exposure to my positions. Basically, I put this position on a couple of days ago when it broke below the 21 EMA. We had some some volatility coming in, like negative volatility coming into the market, negative momentum in my indicators here, and a break below the 21 EMA, which is basically a trigger for me. So far the trade is going pretty well. I think I'm targeting like 36.5 is my initial target. Oh no, 37.5. Actually, I'm very close to hitting my first take profit on hype. So I think this token has been hyped up too much. It's time for it to go down a little bit. Yeah, so basically, if I use my ATR take profit and stop system, you can even, it's a bit overexcited to the downside, but if you were to go short right here, your take profit would be $37, $35, and $33. And what I like about ATR is that it kind of like magically aligns with levels. That's why I love. Yeah. That's why I love using ATR for take profits, because they kind of like mathematically align with previous levels.
With the swing lows.
So yeah, and there's no like real thinking involved, or like I don't have to like draw any lines. Like, it's just mathematical, and yeah, I really like this kind of more systematic trading approach. Oh, okay. Yeah, so just looking at a height here, the reason I shorted was basically like making lower highs here. Yeah, we had a false break below the 21 here, and then another break here. And I think this is like the real breakdown that's occurring now. Like, we're down 2.5% on the day, and you can see my take profit levels here. Like, mine's a bit higher up because I took the shade over here. So I'm like halfway to hitting my first take profit. But yeah, my first, even if you were to go short here, which I wouldn't recommend, I would like wait for a pullback back to 21 EMA here. But if you were to take the shade here, the take profits would align with like previous levels, like $37, then 35, and then 33, which is like essentially tagging this zone from February. So yeah, I like hype as a short here. I think it's been overextended here. Like, I think this is a top for now at $45. So I'm looking at a target of about $35 for hype, and then we'll see what happens from there. Yeah, and on the weekly, you can see it's kind of like making a lower high compared to what it did in 2025. So I think hype is, I think it's probably gonna go into a range here and just start ranging. I don't see this going above $60 anytime soon.
What are you looking at? What pair is that?
That's the weekly outlook.
It's hype.
Oh, that's hype.
Hype's nice. I like hype. Hype's very good.
And then, guys, Bitcoin, actually, I don't know. What are we thinking about Bitcoin here from a swing perspective?
I think we have a top.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we have a top.
Because you know what? I have the 21 EMA here on my chart. And once we broke down below it, we tested it in January, rejected. Right now we're retesting it a little, like right now. So far this is like an indecision candle, but we're unable to break above the 21 EMA on the weekly, which is like an important moving average. And that's coming in at around 78,450. And that's pretty close to the level we've been watching all week. So this might be a local top. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, from 59 to 80K, that was a decent rally, even though it took some time, but might be time to close your longs, put on your shorts, and set your take profits to zero on all your altcoins. Because
yeah, I think I'm definitely looking at this to be a potential top for Bitcoin for sure. I think we have massive. I mean, if this is the top, then we've definitely front run that whole resistance area, right?
Yeah.
So that's the thing with Bitcoin. You a lot of times you'll overshoot, or you what's the word? I just said it. When you don't really reach resistance, you come close to it. run. Yeah, front run. So either Bitcoin like front run a level or it completely overshoots it. It's very, very rare that Bitcoin hits a level perfectly and then, continues the trend.
Did you watch Jerome's speech last night?
I didn't
what,
actually.
yesterday?
I should watch the replay. Did you watch it?
Oh, I'm sorry. You were like asking me if I was gonna join you in the Discord. I fell asleep. Like, wasn't working.
I just saw the time
Sorry,
time on Bali, and then I realized.
Yeah.
that
So
it was
Ayush and Boris had a date in Discord, and Boris fell asleep.
I'm like, and the show was 12. So I'm like, do I really want to stay up and watch this? Like,
You said
guy
that you
talk
wanted
about
to do
interest
a
rates.
stream.
Look, what I say
Yeah,
on air, it's not necessary. What I say on air is not. It's not true.
that okay, yeah. But did anyone watch it? Nobody watched it, right?
No.
I mean, my grandma definitely did not watch it.
Yeah, no, probably not. So I am currently building sorry, what?
All I know, he wants to stay on the board of governors as long as possible. So I think that's going to affect future interest rate decisions of Walsh, which is why I think Bitcoin had such a negative reaction to yesterday's FOMC speech.
I'm gonna see if I can I'm gonna see if I can find any information on what he actually said. What's up, Anastasiia? She froze. Let's see, she's loading. There we go. Well, we had the pleasure of having Anastasiia on for about 5 seconds. So I'm looking up to see if he said anything interesting. Ayush, are you trading anything? Any positions on?
No, actually, I'm waiting for Bitcoin to just give me some volume. Then only I'll be looking for something. But on Doge, we have good formation forming. So I think, okay. If we go higher, if we go break past this gray line, then I think it's going to be good for longs on Doge. So yeah, I just said that if I have different bias for both pairs, then I usually don't trade anything. But when my bias align with the Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Doge for longs or short, then we have good setup forming.
Yeah. Guys, I wanna maybe you can pull up the my screen. Oh, we got Anastasiia in here. Hey, Anastasiia, how's it going?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Hey.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. All good.
Perfect. It's gonna be a little random today because I actually don't have an access to my office. I forgot both keys, and I'm waiting for someone to open it. So I'm in the meeting room next to it. So I do hope my sound is good.
Oh my god, I love this.
It's like a very professional meeting room.
It looks really good, actually. It's just like
I kind of like this actually.
Looks like it potentially says business out there
It's
there
nice.
as well. Nice.
If I turn, I can connect.
Yeah.
I'll just
Turn, I can connect.
maybe just stay there
as well. So.
Okay, so I've been working on some stuff. Today. So here I have built using Cloud Code. I've built an overextension scanner. So this is all it's actually a really cool system where, for those of you watching, maybe you want to know like the infrastructure behind it. So what I have is I have a small mini PC in the living room, and I've set up a so I can connect from this PC I'm streaming on to that mini PC, and then I have Claude Code running on that PC, and I've set up a local structure where I've installed something called GitHub, where everything that's coded on the local server gets pushed to a online server and a like a web app, and this is the web app you're seeing here. So I'm having a conversation with chat with Claude Code, and then everything kind of gets pushed to this live website. So what we have right here is something really cool, actually. This is an overextension scanner. So I created a heat map. Now, first, what it has done, it's a system that uses in total 70 different indicators that is designed to look at overextended levels, and then it creates an index. An index that is normalized to an average, where you have plus 100 being as oversold as possible or overbought, and then minus 100 is the lowest. So what's cool here is if I click on RSR, it actually opens up a trading view screen. So you can see right here, and then this opens up. And you go right to the RSR trading tab, and I'm already logged in. So what this scanner tells us right now, let me see, is that there's a potential overextension in some direction on RSR. I'm not exactly sure what it looks like, but if you go back here, there's also a table where you can see everything, and then you can list it with the scores here, with a signal. So you can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 short signals and 2 long signals. So if we click on ENG here, this takes us to engine, the engine chart. And what this is telling us is that this is overextended to the upside, and this we should short. And you see, I actually enter a short on this, but I got stopped out on that one, right? But it's still telling us that this is 1 out of 2 coins of 110 coins. I've taken all the available assets on Tradeify Crypto. So it scans it every 15 minutes and then updates the site. So everything that is way overbought, and right now I'm only looking at short opportunities because I believe we're in the bear market. So very simply is go here. Wait, ENG is a long. That's completely, it shouldn't be a long. Well, you see, doesn't work the best, I guess. TRX also says it's a long. Not sure why this is a long. Let's look at ENG. Yeah, probably some bug here with that table. But the idea would be that if something is way overextended to the upside, you want to short, and if it's way overextended to the downside, you want to go long. So let's look at LRC here. Okay, there's no symbol. LRC. No, LRC. Okay. This one is actually not on TradingView. Maybe get delisted or something. But it's on here. Okay, so there's something in the code that is just not right. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to try to improve this with time, or actually now right now live with you guys. So one thing I'm thinking, for example, is if we click a coin here, I want to be taken to a specific page for this specific coin, and then it's going to tell me all the information that the indicators are telling us, and then we can have Claude Code build a TradingView chart right within the web app instead of taking us to TradingView. So I'm gonna let me refresh this to see if everything is okay. So now I have it's working in the background here. So while we speak, so now you can see the heat map, the tables, and then we have the panels here. So here you see everything that is overextended to the upside, and then here is everything that is overextended to the downside. So these are long candidates and these are short candidates. And then obviously I have to figure out what this is actually all based on. But it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to be able to build tools that you want to use, and then just you get ideas, and then you just build them on your own.
Nice.
Yeah, I definitely think.
How long did it take you to build such thing using Cloud Code?
What you're seeing right now took about 10 minutes, but the whole framework and the infrastructure that I've set up here have taken me. I mean, I've started coding with Cloud Code about maybe 6 months ago, and then with time, I'm learning new things, and I'm learning how to set all of this up. So the thing that takes time is to set up the process. But now that I have everything set up, Cloud Code automatically connects to this website and updates it. So let me show you how quick this actually is. Okay, so I'm gonna use a voice to text function here, so you're gonna hear me speak, and then we're just gonna copy paste that. So I'm gonna ask it to build something. Could you please make it so that when I click a coin in the heat map or anywhere else, it takes me to a specific page for that coin, which shows us a price graph, a trading view graph on the page, and all the necessary information needed, and what all the indicators are telling us, and what the composite score for this indicator is telling us. Okay, so I take that, I copy paste it into Cloud Code, and I'm clicking enter now. So you can see how long does it actually take Cloud Code to build a completely new page and build the trading view chart and all of that. They're asking you, Anastasiia, if you can do a gold analysis, and maybe you can do that while we wait for Cloud Code to do its thing.
Sure thing. Well, I do the analysis always on the futures, and then I transfer it to PAX. So let's start like this, as always, as well. So what you see in front of you is a futures chart of gold GC contract. And let's basically start from zero so you can see the whole process. So what I do usually is that, first of all, on the higher time frame, there's 4 hours or daily, I always look at where the price is compared to the big volume areas, above or below, to build. It's one of the components of me building a narrative for the longer period of time. So if I look at the volume distribution from the bottom to the top of this whole movement, without counting the whole consolidation on top and then reversal, we will see that there was quite a big volume spike here. And also the value area low of this whole movement was right here at the bottom, which we got the reaction from yesterday already in the reversal during the FOMC meeting. So I take this whole zone here, which is one of the volumes, and here we got the rejection, actually even higher, because this whole volume accumulation zone perfectly aligns with the current weekly point of control. So what we see is that we actually got the potential reversal from the area we were talking about already yesterday and the weeks before. So this was one of the reversal zones that I was looking for, either reversal yesterday based on the FOMC statement or the breakthrough and the continuation down. So this is PAX, right? So this is exactly this zone. And looking at the 4 hours, we see that we are above the weekly point of controls, which means that for the first time, actually, since the drop, we see that the price shifted here below this low zone and below this. So for the first time since the beginning of the drop, we are above the volumes. So there was a shift right here between the price and the volume, bearish shift. And here we had the shift for the price and the volume on the bullish side because the price went above the volumes. So this is, for me, by itself, the bullish narrative. So I'm going to be looking for more long perspective now for gold with the targets. And this is something also that I determine on the higher time frame first, is approximately 46.90. Let's say 46.90. So that's going to be the first target for a buy, for longs. Yeah. And then this whole zone, basically. So above, we have another one at 47.25, and one more at about here 47.50. Right, so this whole movement is basically something that I would expect to happen with the target zone being right here. So I'm going to be working within this zone based on my narrative. And now from that point on, I go on the smaller time frame and I look at where we are during today's day, right? So what is the volume distribution during the day? Not overall, but right now, and who is currently in control of the market. So for me, this is our daily point of control. This is where the majority of the volume for today's day has been traded. So this is daily. Let me just daily point of control. So of today. So the control is on the buyer's side at the moment. And what else I want to see is I want to see how the volume was distributed from the moment we started this bullish run, from the bottom to the top. And by doing this, I will see that we also have the point of control of this whole impulsive movement here. So this is the point of control of this impulse. So besides the point of control of the day, we have the bullish impulse also. Impulse point of control. So the volume spike just below where the price is at the moment, right? And the only things that I'm like concerned about for buys at the moment is the value area high of today. Not today, but the impulse basically value area high. Another thing is this small consolidation. I always take into account consolidations as it's usually the volume accumulation, right? And right here, if I place my volume profile, I'm going to take the area between the value area high and value area low of this whole range and see that the price is at the moment right at the volumes, right? So this is the point at which I usually do not take any trading decisions, right? I wait either the price is above or below. So what I see currently, this is a daily point of control. And before we also had the same exact daily point of control. So we had the rejection on one side, the price broke through, seems like we're going to get a rejection. So overall, I'm bullish. Now, that being said, I don't like that we are just below the value area high here. So what I'm going to be looking for is either the price breaking through above and then pulling back and re-entering for longs, or pulling further towards this area between the bullish impulse point of control and the daily point of control, and then continuation back to the upside. So that's my two ideas for today, right? So either the pullback and then continuation, or the breakthrough and then continuation. So if we transfer this to PAX, it's going to be quite similar. We had the point of control basically a little bit here. So 1 second, I'm going to delete this arrow. This is the arrow from yesterday, right? So we were talking about this. The point of control on PAX for today is slightly different volume distribution because it's obviously different instruments. So people trade at slightly different levels. Narrative is usually the same, but this is a daily point of control. And if I place my volume profile over this whole upwards movement, it's going to be like here, this volume spike. So the zone that I'm interested in is this, basically for longs. And the value area high is approximately in the same place. So that didn't change much. So if I place my, 1 second, value area high here level, this is something that was already my previous targets. So what I'm gonna see if I do my whole analysis and transfer it to PAX as well is that we have two ideas basically, either pullback here approximately and then continuation, or the breakthrough, some kind of pullback and then continuation to the upside towards my next target, which at gold is this lows here a little bit higher, and on PAX it's the same, right? So this is this target. So this is my overall view on gold at the moment. So I'm waiting to see if we're gonna get the rejection now, or we're gonna get the breakthrough and then the continuation. How's gold doing?
Good. Let's see what is doing. Yeah, it looks like it's deploying. Yeah, I think it's done. Okay, so switch over to. Okay, it's on my screen. Okay, so now this is the page, right? So it has now worked for 8 minutes. So I'm going to reload this. And now if I click a coin, it should take it to its own page. Right, and here's the page, and here's the trading view chart. So it took Claude Code 8 minutes to create this page with an interactive trading view chart on the page, and then here it gives all the what all the indicators that is based on this is doing. And the idea here is RSR to be a short, and it says that this coin is underperforming pair on the weighted blend, currently ranked 71 of 110. The signal is short. Because, yeah, not sure exactly why, but I'm still working on trying to figure out if this is actually, if the signals are based on like the daily, the weekly, the 4 hour or whatever. But the idea that RSR is a good short, I like, because if we actually go to this chart, is I did have a short on this coin, but I got stopped out. So yeah, it kind of makes a lot of sense. And if we go back to the screener, we can look at something else. Maybe TRX. So TRX is apparently overbought. And go open the trading view chart here. And then TRX is apparently overbought. Now, this is not a good short, obviously. I think this actually looks better to be a long, because actually this looks very good to be a long, because it's a break and retest of that previous range lows right here. So I actually quite like that. It's actually looking very good. But you know what we're going to do now? We are going to do everyone's favorite. Here we go. Let's go.
Jonatan,
Okay.
can you add lean hogs to that tool later on?
Lean hogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm curious
Of course.
what it will say.
Of course. You look at the ducks as well. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to, everyone that has typed anything in the comment section, everyone is eligible to do to join this giveaway. So yeah, just type in whatever in the comment section. You got about 5 minutes, guys. So in 5 minutes, I'm launching this, and then we're gonna do that giveaway, and then I'm gonna be jumping out because I have a meeting. But we'll make sure to get that giveaway done before I leave. But man, this is just wanted to show you guys how effective something like this can be building Claude when you have a good structure set up. So definitely yeah, let's do you guys have any thoughts on what you might want to add to this? So the idea here, if we go to the screener, the idea is to build an overextension screener, right? So overextension, it's very simply just means that if an asset has been running to the upside for quite some time, then like if an altcoin is trading much higher than the rest of the altcoin market, either it's one out of two things: that altcoin is front running all the other altcoins and we are beginning a bull market, or it's overbought and it's going to be breaking down, right? So that's obviously I would say that most of the time it's going to be the other way around. It's going to be that altcoin is overextended, right? This is not all. It's not very normal that one coin out of 111 we have here is going to just front run everyone else and begin a bull market without any of the other altcoins showing any type of strength. So if we look at RSR here, for example, there's one thing that I want to experiment with is, imagine if you have just simply something like, let's see, where do we have that favorite bar? Right here. To get the 50 EMA on the daily going like this, and then you have most of the altcoin market. Let's say we have 90% of the 50 EMA on the daily, but then you have 4 altcoins. So most altcoins are trading here, and then you have 4 altcoins that are above the daily 50 EMA, right? Now that tells you that altcoin being above the daily 50 EMA, while no one else is, well, most likely that altcoin is going to continue down towards that 50 EMA. So you want to look at like a rejection here. So that's what I'm trying to build with this indicator. I'm simply trying to see which of all the altcoins out there have moved a little bit too much, because it's not like an altcoin that looks like this. You know, this is the actual chart of RSR. You know, it's not all of a sudden it's going to go up here, right? It's not very likely. It might do that, but then the rest of the altcoin market should also show some type of strength. Yeah, I think that makes sense.
But can't you also use this as a trend following indicator? If it's above the 50 EMA, it's like a trigger for.
Yeah, I can, of course. But then you want to be in a trend. You want the rest of the market to be in a trend as well, right?
Yeah.
It's
I guess in this environment, it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, and trend following indicator is simple, right? The only thing you really need to have there is like 2 EMAs. You can literally just have 2 EMAs and price. So you have the 20 to 50, and you say, okay, when the 20 is above the 50 and price is above both of them, price is in a uptrend. And then you can look at, okay, so what is the you can look at the statistics. How often does something like Bitcoin bounce on the 20 EMA and uptrend, or the 50 EMA and uptrend? I think that would be the way to do it.
Like, for example, Doge, like me and Ayush were discussing Doge yesterday, and I had like a big move, like 10% on the day. And I thought it was overextended, but still today, it continues to climb. So, well, is Doge on your overextension scanner by any chance?
Let me take a look. Let me see. Can I see the right here? So this one is neutral. Yeah. Looks like it's neutral. Okay. Let's look at TradingView, what it's actually saying. I think, man, I should have entered this. Only a 9R trade. Should have, okay, so this is actually, this should be a short. Because this is definitely overextended. You can see that by just looking at the 50. Like every time Dodge comes up over the 50, you usually have a major sell-off. Now the trend here is different though. This is a range, and this is a trend. So, but yeah, we'll see. I'm still trying to work out the best way to do this. But now we are ready. Gonna add all of this. Got 25 people, and apparently my AI here excluded myself and Boris, which obviously we can't do. Boris, you're getting in on this as well. Okay, done. How many minutes? Let's do 1 minute, okay? Guys ready? Okay, let's start this.
You also taking a part, Jonatan? Again?
Yeah, of course. Right, let's do this. Oh, look at me. I'm number 26 here at the very bottom. Let's go. What are we winning today, guys? What are we winning? Okay, the winner gets a 10K two-step account again. Yeah, that's right. The hosts are trying to win an account. That's what we do. I mean, I need an account, you know. I need an account. From all of that 1 second scalping, I definitely need an account. The sound is wonderful. Okay, we got someone with a knife here. Just flies by.
Guys, I will be back in just a moment after the giveaway is over.
Okay. There we go. Pink Aurora, you won. You get a 20K bootcamp account. Now let me switch back to this one because that is a terrible sound. Let me get the... I can still hear it. Let me close that down. Okay, Pink Aurora, you need to... Yeah, you need to a 10K two-step account. You need to add your email to your YouTube channel. So go in and add your email to YouTube channel. When you have your email in the YouTube channel profile, then I will be able to gift you that account. What?
Oh no! I just want to. I posted in chat.
He passed out. Yeah, I thought all as well. Like, what's so we got Roman in the background and Boris because Boris went offline, and then all we can see is just his ceiling.
Oh,
that's crazy.
Wait, I turned my camera off. Oh, okay. See. Sometimes you need bathroom breaks. Yeah. I posted in the chat. Oh.
All right, guys. I gotta jump off. I'll see you guys later. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. See you, John.
All right.
Bye.
Good stuff. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, where Anastasiia?
So you feel what? I don't know. Well, maybe she's going to her new office. Or regular office. Well, what are you thinking on Bitcoin here on the lower time frames?
On low time frames, I'm just still waiting for price to go above this supply zone of previous candle on daily time frame. So it's it's really working as a higher time frame supply zone. So we need really push up to go longs, and I think I'm not really going to look at Ethereum. I think I'm going to remove it from my list because it's just from many wicks it's doing nothing. But if we look at Doge, whenever I have two different buys for my altcoin and the major coin, which is Bitcoin, I usually do nothing because you can see that I think that I can go short in Doge and I think that I can go long in BTC where I stop, because there is a page where I have written in my journal that if you do that, you are mainly going to lose money and mainly have red days if I try to force the bias, if I have different outcome of the trade. So if I look at 1 hour, we are doing nothing on Doge as well, just trying to, in a range and trying to give us some bias only because Bitcoin is struggling to go higher. So if we see a really nice push up, I think I'll go long on Doge.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. I'm very bearish on altcoins right now because Bitcoin dominance is going up. Bitcoin is going up, and altcoins are pretty much just falling here. So I was talking about this 60% level on Bitcoin dominance, and we surpassed it. Now we're like consolidating and starting to go up here. So Bitcoin is one of the only coins that are slightly up today. So, and even though we haven't broken above 78,000, like we're still holding the 21 EMA here. So I still have some, like a little hope in Bitcoin, not much. Like I think once we lose this level at around 75.5, it's time to go short back to like 60,000.
On Bitcoin?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
I'm
mean,
very bearish on Ethereum. Like Ethereum has already broken below the 21. This is actually this could be a short for me. But I've completely failed to get above like 2382. Looks very unhealthy compared to Bitcoin. And then if we look at Ethereum versus the ETH BTC ratio, it's falling below support, just not unable to get above it. So Ethereum versus Bitcoin is losing value. So that's not good for the Ethereum bulls. Overall, I have a very negative outlook on most altcoins, but Bitcoin still. I'll give Bitcoin a chance here.
for shorts.
Like it hasn't moved. Huh?
For shorts?
For Bitcoin. No, I'm actually still long on my Bitcoin. It's in drawdown, but I have a bunch of other shorts, basically protecting my my long exposure to Bitcoin.
I think you are holding the Bitcoin shorts from at least 2-3 days. I feel.
Well, it's a Bitcoin long for 1 week.
I still feel that we can go higher. I actually don't have really a good bias for now because we are just in a very low volume range. But I still think that the double top is something which I'm really looking at. 79,500 because it's really getting because it's really getting difficult for bears to go lower, break below. All we see is just a volatile bear range, and then we start ranging instead of going more lower on lower time frame.
Yeah, looking at the crypto bubbles, like it kind of complements my bearish view in the market. Most things are in the red, like WLFI, which is I guess Trump's project, or Liberty Financial, that's down 60%. Most everything is down today on crypto bubbles, so not looking too great for altcoins. Let me check what positions I have open.
Because he's going to check.
I was sure. Yeah.
Welcome back, Anastasiia.
Hey.
Finally.
Nice.
So what are you guys trading today?
Well, I have like 7 open positions.
You have 7 open positions.
Yeah, I'm short on hype, short on H-bar, short on year, short on data, long BNB, long SEI, long Bitcoin. Yes, I have like a
Quite
like
a few.
hedged. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm looking to
To
get
be an
into the
AI
long on
camera,
PAX at the
but-
moment.
yeah.
I'm looking to get into the long on PAX at the moment. So we were talking about this just before the giveaway. So the price went down to this zone almost. And for the PAX and for gold, we barely missed this zone here. So I was expecting it a little bit more down, but for PAX, we did have the volume here. So it's basically playing out based on the first scenario more now. So we tested this area. Price is trying to go back up. If we can break the value area high, close above, and give some kind of pullback, I'm gonna re-enter. Like I'm not gonna enter short long again, because I was long earlier today in the morning after the price created this move and started to move higher. So I was taking long from here till here, basically this area here. So I had another long earlier. And someone was asking in the comments, because I was explaining essentially my analysis, but someone was asking what is value area high. So the value area high is the highest border of the bigger volume area for the specific period of time. Let me just draw it, maybe here. So what you have is you basically have the price moving, right? So let's say you have the movement to the upside, which is like a beginning of the day, like a big opening of the trading day to make it easy, and the closure of the trading day. So you place your volume profile over this whole movement, which is not going to be obviously placed because we have, this is not the real price, but let's assume that you have some area here. 1 second. So some area of the volume distribution here, right? So the volume is increasing and decreasing depending on where the price is. So like you have like specific volume profile eventually. It doesn't look like one, but that's okay. So you have the volume profile, right? So you have the volume distribution. Basically how it works is that you have 100% of the total volume for the specific period of time, right? Let me make it a little bit more clear. So you have 100% of the total volume from the beginning of the trading period you are measuring to the end. So 70% out of this 100 is called the value area. It can be changed and it can be adjusted. So some traders who trade volume profile, they prefer to adjust this. And it's not 70%, but for example, 60, 50, 80, whatever the strategy requires. But by default is 70% of this total area is the value area high. And it doesn't need to be in the middle. It can be, for example, here, if this is where the most volume traded, or here, for example, or it can be here, depending on the movement, right? So that's 70% of the whole area. So 70%, and this 70% zone, let's assume it's here, right? It has a value area high and value area low. So the highest and the lowest border of the 70% of the total volume. So basically, if we take, for example, this movement that I'm measuring with my volume profile, it goes from the lowest point to the highest point. So this volume that you can see, it's showing the distribution of this. So this is 100%. 70% is this. So it's highlighted in green. So this is where 70% of the total volume was traded. So if all of this is 100,000 contracts, this was 70,000 contracts. And the border of this zone, this and this, is value area high. All right? So value area high and value area low, obviously, accordingly to this. So I hope that was clear enough. From these zones, why people measure it usually is because from these zones, some traders trade, including myself, because usually the price reacts on the value area. So if you take the value area, like of the day of now here of this whole impulse, it's higher a little bit. So if you take the value area high, it's usually where the price reacts, right? So the price is going to go here, give a reaction. The price might go here and give a reaction on the value area zone as well. So the value area high, value area low, point of control, all of this is basically the areas where the price reacts.
They also act as supply demand zone.
Yeah.
And if we combine it with the normal supply demand zone we have, like candles. It really works well.
Yeah.
And do you draw this yourself, or is this like a tool on TradingView, or do you
No,
draw out
it's a tool.
sum yourself?
It's a tool. It measures automatically. So of course you don't measure anything yourself. So on TradingView, it's under where you have the forecasting, long, short positions, and so on. You have volume-based drawing tools, anchored, VWAP, fixed, and anchored, or you have their or you have basically the indicator as well.
Nice. So can we use this on Bitcoin, or is this just what
you can? No, you can
patch
use it. You can use it on anything, basically on any asset. It works a little bit less on the liquid assets, like for example currencies. Standard currency, because it's too liquid market. It works, but it works a little less. If you take Bitcoin, it works really good, but there is a catch, because Bitcoin is decentralized. It's the same as the difference between you measure the volume and the volume zones between gold futures, gold CFD, and PAX-G, digitalized gold. The same as you will have a little bit different levels. They will have always different levels between, for example, BTC USDT on Binance, on I don't know, Bygest, on anything Kraken or somewhere else,
Yeah. Interesting. What are your thoughts on Bitcoin today?
On Bitcoin?
Yeah.
Bearish. I had been bearish, and this is the plan that I had.
You're always bearish.
Sorry?
He's saying you're always bearish.
I've never.
Because I was bullish here. I was expecting the price to go higher and then lower, but overall, I'm bearish from the zone since the beginning. We started talking about this. So it basically went to my zone, and I was waiting until the price is here monthly, then weekly, and then now we are below this volume. So I'm bearish either from the current moment or from approximately this area here, which is 77,400, 76,850. What are your thoughts, Boris?
I'm just kind of neutral here because we're still holding a 21 EMA on the daily. So from a daily perspective, there's a glimmer of hope. But we're talking about this with Jonatan earlier. If you zoom out to the weekly, we're below the 21 EMA. We tried to retest it back in January, got rejected. That led to another dump, and now we basically tagged the 21 EMA, and now this week we're just unable to get above it. So to get above this ribbon, we need to break 80K, and if we don't break this, I think what's going to happen is something like this. So I'm just going to go down like this, 47,000. And then do something like this. So we get to like 30. Sorry, this is awful. It's going to go down like this. My prediction on Bitcoin.
But you are bearish at the moment already. So are you at the position now, Boris?
No, I'm still holding my Bitcoin long. It's like in drawdown very much, but like I said, I have short exposure on what was it? Like near, and then either check what I don't even know what I have open right now. Hype, I'm short hype, H bar, near, data. So yeah, I'm basically hedging my long with some good shorts that have played out pretty well. So like overall, it's probably going to be, unless a miracle happens, probably like a losing week. but not that bad because I did hedge myself with a good amount of short position. I was also short on XRP, which I closed like pre-FOMC and also UNT. So overall, also I shorted silver, tokenized silver against my long against PAXG, so that protected my long exposure to PAXG. So overall, I might lose like 2% of my account this week, which isn't honestly not that bad for crypto. Unless a miracle happens and Bitcoin pumps to 80K, then it's going to be really weird. But I doubt it. I don't see it happening.
And we have silver in crypto.
Well, there's tokenized silver. We have XAG. XAG, USDT.
Is it something we can trade?
I'm not sure. I need to check. What PAXG we can trade?
Yeah, I'm curious if we can trade the silver, because normally in silver for futures it's quite an expensive contract tick value, and for CFDs obviously you have a massive spread. So
Really?
if you can trade digital, normally massive compared to gold. If you trade future CFD, so XAU, XAG USD,
XAG
then
USD.
you have massive spread compared to gold. And for the futures, you have a contract tick value of $25 per tick. The tick is quite small size, so it's when it moves, like it's a lot of risk that you're taking, like huge risk exposure normally.
Yeah. I used to trade the micro gold contracts on CME because the GC contracts were way too big for my account size.
MGC.
I don't remember. Yeah. Do they have like micro silver as well? I assume they do. Or no?
They have something, but I don't remember why I couldn't trade this. I don't remember really.
I love
they
trading
had
micro gold
some.
futures. Yeah. That was a fun instrument to trade. Because you could also, I used to trade GLD, which is the ETF for gold. And I used to do like some options plays on that. And then I would hedge my whatever position I had for GLD, I would add futures to it. So I would try to experiment with that. That has nothing to do with crypto. That's like commodity futures. I'm looking at the ZAO BTC, so the gold Bitcoin ratio right now. So it's been going down for a while, but today we are getting an up candle. So gold is up about 1.15% against Bitcoin. But I can see this falling further because I don't know, gold had quite a run against Bitcoin in the past several weeks. We could see this go down a bit further.
I don't know. I think we had a decision yesterday. The gold is going to go down, not together with Bitcoin and everything. So I don't really see anything that can change now. So yesterday we were at this decision point. That's why I was waiting whatever the price is going to do within this area here, like gray area that I was looking for. Thanks. Here, this one, because either I had a reversal from here basically back to these zones, or the breakthrough and then the closure below. If the price would hold below 4.5 on PAX, I would expect the continuation down. But now, as we rejected this area, I don't really think we have much more further downwards movement at the moment. Maybe if we go further up a little bit, because we didn't reach any volume areas yet. If we go a little bit more further up from here, I would say, yeah, there is always a possibility that we're gonna go even lower. But at the moment, I'm still bullish. But looking to take this trade, but until the price is ranging here, I don't want to get in the position. So waiting to see if we can break this. It's range.
Yeah, and then looking at average trade right now, we have some negative negative order flow coming in for Bitcoin. So probably good for your bearish position on Bitcoin. Well, let's see what happens in 8 minutes when the New York session opens up.
Yeah, in 8 minutes.
Did you guys watch like Jerome Powell's speech yesterday?
No, I did not, but I think Anastasiia might.
I was reading their whole comments. Basically, I was looking at it
And what do you think?
I think it's good because he's gonna stay as a part of the Federal Reserve still, influencing the decisions basically. And him staying means that there is one less space for Trump to place his person basically, and this balance between the sides of two different sides of the Federal Reserve are gonna be less than some people expected. And at the same time, there was 4 people who voted to completely not even look at the potential rate cuts in the next months to come. So there is again a crack inside of the Federal Reserve, but I don't think we're gonna have so easy for the new Fed chair to change the monetary policy so far, because the majority of the members at the moment are on the Powell's side in terms of the rate cut. So the probability currently is that we're gonna not see the rate cuts anytime soon. I don't think in the next 2 meetings, unless something changes, because he also clearly stated that we are very far from obviously the inflation target, but at the same time, not only this, he was also mentioning that obviously the oil prices, which will most likely continue to go up because Trump agreed himself that there is absolutely no solution so far, right? If there is no solution, then the prices of oil will continue to go up, which is going to influence the inflation again. So we're going to have the next inflation boost once again.
Yeah.
It's so silent.
But no, I'm just analyzing the CME Fed Watch tool, and it's interesting to me that actually for September, now there's a 89% chance we'll stay at the current rates, while yesterday there was a 97% chance. And now there's a 1 in 10 chance we'll get a 25 basis point cut, as opposed to yesterday's only 1%, which is still like low odds, but it's higher odds than yesterday that we'll get lower rates into the September cycle. But that's like so far away. What's happening with WF? What's happening with World Liberty Financial? Down 17% again. What's happening with Trump's projects? I'm gonna look this up.
I have no clue. That's not something I follow.
Oh wow! So this one is, I think it's going straight to zero. It's got 5 cents. This is like, the opposite. When a asset breaks out to the upside, we call it a blue sky breakout. And this is like a black hole breakdown. Just going straight to zero. Yeah, this is what I think. This is my projection for Liberty Financial. Down to zero.
So we have NY open in 3 minutes,
Yeah.
and price is reacting from previous candle wick. Still very low volume on Bitcoin. Also on Doge. Usually we see a lot of good volume, but
Yeah.
I'm still looking for the breakout
Do-
on
do
gold,
you-
and it's just that. I'm thinking that we might get some movement on the market opening finally.
mhm.
Do you guys usually trade the New York Open? Or do you most of your trading before the Open?
It depends on the setup. If we see nothing, then usually I wait for the open, and not like if we have the opening bell just after some seconds, I never take entry. I just wait for the first 30-minute candle to close, and then I look for some setup.
Yeah.
So mainly, if I try to take an entry in FOMO, mostly I have lost many accounts in futures, mostly. During NY session, it will just take my stop loss first and go in my direction. So I always wait for a few candles after open, then take for trades.
I see.
I normally trade London session actually, and then in New York, approximately 1 hour after, 30 minutes, like I show, 1 hour after, I trade for another hour and a half. And that's the only period of time when I take trade. So that's somewhere from 7 a.m. on Central European time to 10 a.m. Central European time. That's my entry slot usually, maybe 11 maximum. And then another one is basically after the New York Open. And then during the day and in the evening, I can hold the positions if my position is open. But that's the only 2 time slots when I enter trades. What about you, Boris?
Okay. Right now, it's difficult for me because I'm 12 hours apart from New York, but I'm basically trading the Asian session and the New York and the London session. So I pretty much don't sleep. I'm just awake for all the sessions, really.
Sleep is for the weak, huh?
Yeah. Actually, I've been speaking to other traders here where I live currently, in Bali, and one guy's also from the US, and he's an algo trader, and he says he stays up till 4 a.m. to see the New York close. So, people here don't really sleep because, even if you're not a trader, people are working for European countries or they're working mostly European time zones. So people usually wake up around 2 p.m. here. It's kind of a very
I'm not
different routine.
not sure about that because when I was in Bali for 2 months, it was where I was straight. Had actually the perfect time zone because in the morning I had time for myself to go gym and everything, to have breakfast. It was Asian session, which I don't trade. Then London opened, and then in the evening New York opened. So I had perfectly my 1 hour, 1 hour and a half time slot during New York to open trades and to go to sleep. So for me, it was perfect. My rhythm in Bali was amazing.
For me, it's the opposite because in order for me to trade New York session, that means my day starts at 9:30 p.m.
Yeah, that's
is
true.
now.
If you only trade New York, then I think it's different.
Yeah, but actually, I find that the Asian section is has good volatility as well. I think the worst time zone to trade is like GST, like Dubai time zone. That is just dead, and I don't know how like people trade in Dubai or in the Middle East. Like that is the absolute worst region to trade. Like I just had awful performance when I was in that area. So I don't know if it has something to do with the time zone, because it's really in between London and Asian session and there's nothing going on. Or it has something to do with the desert and the energy there, which is just very negative. And I really don't like... Sorry guys, I don't like the Middle East region at all. But I like Asian regions and European and American regions.
Yeah, and have you tested the trading during the Asian session before you started?
Yeah, because even when I'm in New York, I trade the 12-hour time frame. So at 8 a.m., that's a 12-hour closure for Bitcoin, which is like 8 p.m. in Beijing. So technically, I'm like covering. Yeah, I'm covering all time zones.
Yeah, makes sense.
What about you, Ayush? Which time zones or which sessions are you usually trading?
If we talk about NQ, I usually like to trade during London session because it is the best time frame for scalping. And usually after, and I'm not really good at NY, so I trade NY PM for some scalps. And for crypto, it's not actually any time frame decided, just candles. So I really have no time frame for crypto. It's just if it's moving, I'll take it. If it's not, I'm doing nothing.
I see.
If we talk about the time frame, I think that people who live in US and maybe the USA side, they have really good time frame to trade because it's just morning, fresh day to start trading directly. And in here, it's like my entire energy is drained and I'm looking for charts.
But okay, I think it heavily depends on the session that you trade. Because obviously, if you trade the London session, for example, then Europe is going to be, I can say the same for European people, because you cover also two sessions, you cover the London and the New York mostly, like majority, if you want to, until 11 o'clock in the evening, you can trade New York here. The same as in, for example, Asia, you trade Asian and then London session, for example, and New York is tricky, but I think it all heavily depends on the time zone that you are in sessions that you trade.
Yeah, that's a very good point, because I think all the sessions are in daylight in India. So we have Asia in morning, London in afternoon, and NY during evening. So it covers all the sessions. Only the PM is something which I trade during night. And 9:30 is doing absolutely nothing. It's still in the range. What about gold, Anastasiia?
Yeah, still same. Still in the same range. It's going back down to this bottom of the range, but nothing changed. Still same. Maybe we're gonna get the rejection here and then continuation to the upside possible.
I think, it is also last day of the month, so that's why I think we have...
Oh, it is the last day of the month?
Yeah, it is.
I didn't realize that.
New monthly opening we will have. Let's see what's happening on monthly chart on Bitcoin. So I can't really see any support on monthly if we combine that with daily. If we see new openings, so I think market's gonna really wait for the new opening. So I always like to risk size down when I'm trading on Friday. If I trade Friday, I'll size down. Same for monthly. So I just checked my calendar, that's 30. Now I'm not really looking at I'm not really going to risk my real size on crypto and also in futures.
Yeah, looking at the monthly time frame for Bitcoin, for me, we're still above the 55 exponential on the monthly, which has been a good marker of like dynamic support and resistance in previous cycles. So actually, if you look at the monthly, we are bouncing off of this ribbon off the 55 EMA. Actually, this is a positive month for Bitcoin. We're up 12% on the month, even though we've kind of been bearish on the lower time frames. Bitcoin has done pretty well, up 12% a month. But my concern is this is just going to be like a lower high, and then we're just going to get rejected from 80K or 79K, and then maybe fall below next month. Let's see. I'm looking at Ethereum. This one looks bad because we're just unable to break above. Yeah, it's like a double top pattern going back to December 2021.
Like Ethereum isn't shit from last 2 weeks. That's why I'm not even looking at it.
Yeah. And Solana's not looking too good. It's well below. Yeah, it's below the 55. Almost like a triple top. Sorry, I have all these drawing down. Almost like a triple top pattern on Solana. Curious how Doge looks like. I mean, like these coins look so bad compared to. Let's zoom out to the ES. Like, look at the S&P 500. This is like almost a bullish engulfing candle, up 10% on the month. Let's look at the Nasdaq. Look at this. Like, this looks so different from Bitcoin and Ethereum and Solana. Like, so why have money in crypto right now when equities are making all-time highs? Just doesn't make any sense to me. The only coin that's doing kind of well is TRX. But even this one is like, it needs to break above 36 cents. But TRX is like definitely still on an uptrend. And then even oil, well, that's a different thing. Oil is heavily impacted by geopolitics, so I'm not going to go into it. But it's hard to find any cryptos that are making new all-time highs, like Monero maybe. This one's like consolidating, not making new highs. Are there any tokens out there that are making new all-time highs? I can't think of any.
So there is a guy in chat who has written many things. UKV, I think. I'm not going to pronounce his name, but yeah, you guys can see it. Many comments. He's spamming. I think Nightbot might ban you, bro. I'm here for the giveaway and the trades. Giveaway is already done. I think we'll do tomorrow with Jonatan.
I mean, we might as well look at lean. It's the lean cattle features. We're having a nice breakout on the monthly time frame. I mean, look at this, guys.
You haven't stopped looking for this since yesterday, have you?
Like, this is amazing. Like, but this is also kind of scary because this tells me I like to eat steak after I work out. I think steak prices are gonna go up, and with live cattle prices like going to the moon. This is not good for I mean, we're up 250% since COVID. So, steak prices are very high. And if you like barbecuing, it's going to be a very bad summer food. You need to start stocking up on steak, like put it in the freezer and then barbecue it. Because, I mean, the live cattle futures are breaking out. This could go to like $1,000 per, I don't know how they measure this, per ounce or whatever, but I'm gonna open a steakhouse, you think? Based on
And that's how Boris
Yeah, some-
transitioned from being a trader to being a steakhouse owner.
yeah.
I like it how the second hour of live stream turns around the chef mode of Boris.
Yeah, because I think I've become hungry after 2 hours of talking. And I start looking at animal futures.
So Bitcoin is breaking above the supply zone of daily time frame. If we manage to, get a nice pullback, then I think it will confirm that it can go higher. And also, if we see on Doge, we have this supply zones. I think I have same idea for Doge as well. Break above, give some retrace for confirmation that it is a strong sub area. Then looking for longs till 10971, and final TP will be around 0.11. I think at 10 a.m. it will pump nice.
Are you a holder of Doge, or do you just like to trade it on the short?
I just trade it.
time frame?
Just trade it on lower time frame, because point number one is it has good volume. Then I feel it's really have always good volume than Bitcoin. It is like YM of crypto. We see YM always volatile in futures. So I feel that Doge also has same kind of quality. It's US 30.
We still have the Chicago.
Yeah.
We still have the Chicago PMI coming out in 1 minute, so that might also influence the price.
Oh wow.
So that's the last for today, and then we have the President Lagarde of the European Central Bank speaking, but that usually doesn't really influence much high risk assets and gold. So the PMIs, Chicago PMI can still give some push. So let's see, in less than 1 minute we have the data.
What's interesting is that we had Core PC come out. Was it today?
Yeah, we had
or
today.
yesterday?
Yeah, it was today. It was today.
Yeah, it actually rose 0.2%, which is not good for inflation. I mean,
That's what,
savings rates are.
That's what Trump was stating
rates.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Powell, sorry.
Yeah, like if you look at this graph from Zero Hedge, yeah, the PCE month over month has increased a lot. And year over year, this is a pretty big spike in the PCE. This is the what's this? Yeah, this is one of the key readings that the Fed likes to look at. And I think a lot of it is coming from, of course, the increase in gas, because obviously most people are riding either an automobile or some kind of gasoline gasoline vehicle, whether it's a bike or a car. So
Yeah.
the fact that I think it largely has to do with oil. Like if oil didn't have such a big spike, we probably wouldn't see this core PC rise. But it is scary that, the savings rate is tumbling, spending is outpacing income. And I feel like it's very true among all the people I'm talking to. Like people are just spending money, not saving. They're investing it, or I don't know. I'm not even saving any money at all. I'm just spending myself. Spending my money on live tablet features and coconuts.
On your future steakhouse.
Yeah. Go back to crypto. Well, everything's still in the red. See what has happened in the past hour. So in the past hour, actually, things are up since the New York Open. Loon C. Is this like related to Terra Luna? The Loon C is up 4% in the last hour. That's interesting. And then
Haven't heard of it
the Bitcoin
ever.
order flow. Yeah, I think it's somehow related to like the original Luna project in some way. But I don't personally trade it, or obviously I don't invest in these kind of speculative tokens. And then looking at the order flow for Bitcoin on AgriTrade, mostly negative. We had like a big sell come in from Binance 15 minutes ago. 3.4 million market sell. Yeah, Bitcoin price action very, very boring here. I mean, this chart of live cattle was much more exciting.
I'm sure of that. Since yesterday,
Even on
became...
Look, even on the hourly, we're breaking out to new highs on live cattle futures. I wonder what the contract size is on this. I'm gonna restart my equity brokerage account, and I'm gonna start trading these live cattle. Because look at this volatility. This is amazing. Unless we can get like can we tokenize live cattle? I think
Ask
we can do
Jonatan and Cloud Code. I'm sure he can do that.
Yeah. So we're gonna have a tokenized live cattle futures that we can trade on Tradeify Crypto. We'll have to work with Jonatan and his Claude AI agent in order to achieve this, but I think it's gonna be a tradable instrument for sure.
Ayush, what are you thinking about Bitcoin now? Are you taking any position, or because he was expecting it to go a little bit more high? I think you're muted, or is it me?
Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm actually looking at disappointment candle right now because I wanted price to pump higher after NY Open, but it is, I think if we take some retrace and again continue the bull run, I think it's going to be good for altcoins and Bitcoin to go higher. So I'm not actually bullish or bearish, but what I want is just if we disrespect the supply zone, which is in gray line, let me mark it red. And if we disrespect that and take support over it of previous candle wick, then it can probably go higher. But because of low volume and it's just ranging after the daily open, I think we need proper bull run before we look for longs. It's just in range. We don't have really a good confirmation that it's actually going to go higher or not. And also same thought on Doge. It is currently trying to go above the supply area of previous candle high. And if we manage to move higher on 15 minute, then I
think his connection is breaking down. Huh? Yeah, we lost Ayush.
Looks like we lost Ayush. Oh no, he's back.
We lost you.
Something is wrong with my. Okay, so yeah, I and one more thing is that I think we have 16 viewers right now, and some of you are already in the Discord channel. Tomorrow we are going to go live on Discord, so make sure if you have not joined, go check our Discord channel where we help our traders to get better. And also there are many people who I got many texts from Discord, and I'm really working with traders there. So I think first month is going to start from first day of May. So it's going to happen on Discord. And I think it will be our first Discord live with all our hosts, because I know that in previous live Boris was not there, maybe Anastasiia, but I think tomorrow you guys might see all of us there.
Yeah. What time is it tomorrow?
Same time, I think, or maybe it's 8 a.m. Eastern time, if I'm not wrong.
I was not notified about that. Is it something new?
Yeah, Jonatan said that good if you do start at 8 a.m. only on Friday.
All right. There is a question in the chat, and I think it's a good question because we are going to be around in our live stream very soon. But how do you guys balance trading and life? Taking the days off and pretty much in general, the balance between trading and life. So,
I mean, for me, there is no balance. Like, all the balance is on trading. So I'm literally in front of the screen all day. And if you want to be a trader, there is no balance. You have to be all in and just look at the one screen chart all day.
Yeah, I mean,
So
it's really.
I bring even when I go to the gym, I bring Trading View, and I'm just while I'm like doing pull-ups. I do pull-ups with one hand, and the other hand I'm looking at Trading View because you cannot have any balance if you're a trader.
Well, technically, you are having a balance between the one hand push-up, pull-ups, and another hand holding the phone.
True.
So it's technically it is some balance,
Yeah.
difficult kind of balance, actually.
Yeah.
That was
Ayush,
really
what
an honest
about
answer. I think I'm still trying to figure out. I think I'm really bad at balancing things, but eventually I'll have a schedule. So. For trades, I manage time because as I'm a scalper, I can manage time to trade. But if I'm looking at chart, I lose some events which I have to attend. So trying to balance them, I'm really bad at it, and I'm trying to figure it out.
As for me, I pretty much agree with you, Boris, on this because I don't think there is a balance.
Yeah.
But I think it applies not for the beginning, but for the majority, like big part of your trading journey. So I had absolutely zero balance until the last year. That's been 9 years of trading. And only in the last year, I started to find balance because I had to, the burnout and their stress and everything was just crazy. So after all, I didn't need to find a balance. But, the balance is always, I feel like when you start something new, finding a balance is a very interesting thing because to find the middle point, more or less, and I don't think we ever in the middle. I think if you want to focus, you always lean towards one or the other sides. So I don't believe in pure balance, but I believe in focus and priorities. but to be able to find more or less, like not like full only this or that, everything or nothing, you need to go to one side first, one limit, then to another limit, and then to be able to find something in between. But when I think your priority is, to start it up, or your priority is to become profitable, or your priority is to get funded, or your priority is to get more like capital, your priority is to get better, earn more money, then I don't believe in balance. I agree with you on that. I believe in balance within trading and life when you have, like, you are okay with what you do, like, and the results you are getting. But of course, if you want to push harder, there will be no balance. To get better results, you will have to go over balance again and find, more time to focus on trading, and more time to focus on business, more time to focus on work. I'm maybe not at the charts so much right now, but I'm the same as you. If I have the positions opened, I will go to the gym and I will have my phone with me. If I have so much like other things for work and business stuff, like some projects that I'm launching now, it's no like 9 to 5, it's 24/7.
Yeah.
It's I wake up and the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna answer some messages, the same as a last thing, in the evening. It's this kind of balance. Obviously, like the reason that all changed since the last year is that I've learned how to fit in life in there and actually live life instead of only working. That's different. So I believe in this kind of balance. But once again, once you want something else, something more, something different, you want to change, you want to scale, there will be no balance.
Yeah, I'm not even joking. Like sometimes I would go to the gym, I would bring 2 phones with me, one phone for TradingView and the other phone for my trading application. And with one phone, I would look at TradingView and the other phone to execute my trades while I'm on the State Master. And
exactly.
Yeah, but I try not to do that anymore. But sometimes you have to. Sometimes there's special situations.
Yeah, I also try to not leave my laptop, for example, if I'm holding the position, but sometimes it runs long, or I decide to keep it open, or I decide to manage it somehow, and I'm not gonna sit there is no reason sometimes to sit in front of the laptop, so I'm gonna take my phone and I'm gonna go work out, together with essentially, but like my phone. So actually, I've had lots of people like this throughout the years asking if I trade, because obviously I have my exercises and my charts are next to me, So it's like it's like this. Sometimes you drive and I keep an eye on something because I know that something is like my position is open and I know my levels and I'm waiting for the price to reach those. It's like this.
I would recommend buying a Tesla, but again on auto drive, so you can just focus on your trading, and let Elon Musk
never
control this. Actually, I have a friend who does that. I'm not joking. I have a friend. He works in crypto, and he's told me, "Yeah, I just rely on the auto drive, and I look on my phone. I work on my phone while using auto drive." I'm like, okay, I wouldn't do that, but
honestly,
people.
I'm not sure I want to test this out, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I think we are done for today.
Yeah.
So tomorrow is going to be another Discord live. Thank you everyone for joining, and we'll see you back soon tomorrow in the Discord instead of a YouTube, and YouTube back next week.
Yeah. 8 p.m. right? Ayush, tomorrow.
Yeah, I think so. I'll confirm that.
Yeah. Trade safe, trade profitable, and we'll see you guys for the end of the week closure tomorrow. Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye,
Thank you,
guys.
Boris.
See you
Thank you,
guys.
Ayush. See you soon.
Welcome. Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys. Take care.